Hey guys, so I'm here on Warnell Road in Waldo. And there's a couple interesting walls here. Trying to figure out what's going on with these. We're gonna walk up over here. I already got some guy wondering, what I'm doing looking at these walls, I think. But I don't know if these are repairs or something happened to these. This is the same type of limestone stuff we see on foundations everywhere. Great, how are you?
Yeah, what are you up to?
Just looking at these walls here. Is that all right?
Yeah. What are you looking at?
I was just curious if these are repairs or something happened to them.
No, these have been here for years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I not allowed to look at them, or?
No, it's my building. I was just wondering what you were looking at.
Yeah, I'm not up to no good or anything by any means.
All right. Yeah, they've been here for a while.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I thought the bricks were interesting as well. They're kind of funky.
It's kind of an odd combination of stone and brick.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
so you're walking around looking, taking pictures. So
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to
just
freak you out or anything like that.
Take a picture, go ahead.
What do you guys think? I guess this is the gentleman's building, so I can't fault him for questioning what I'm doing. But this is just something I noticed. I've driven by here a million times and just trying to figure out why anybody would do this. This is a damaged wall or just a repair. I don't know. This one's really cool looking. Here's one last little look at this thing, and we've got like different style with these little slits in them here. And then who knows, maybe somebody did do this. Been wrong before. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Got another bike adventure for you today. The little intro that you just saw was actually from earlier this week. As I was driving by, I noticed this wall. But we're going to be checking out a few interesting walls and other things in the Waldo area today. Something you're going to see a lot of today are these little, what look like stone posts. I don't know what else to call them, but they are everywhere randomly. There's a couple over here that have had some work done to them. In front of this upholstery place here. Also with an interesting stone construction. We took a brief look at this building in a previous video. But I'm just curious to know, what in the hell were they thinking when they were constructing this thing? We've got the apartment complex way back over here. The main drag is right here, and then we're gonna build this ridiculous parking garage obstructing the view. But that's the type of shit we do. We got a wall back here. It looks like it's about to fall over. We looked at this cathedral in a previous video. Like maybe some newer drain pipes in there. And the brick on this one looking pretty rough. It's been painted, obviously. Most of these structures you'll see in the Waldo area have been either reblocked or something with cinder block, but have a brick face. This little carpet place here is interesting because it has this facade that we've seen quite a bit on a lot of different structures, some of which are in fancier areas such as the Country Club Plaza. And then the brick that you're seeing here if I can get you back in there, there's a transition to red brick. Like this has been reworked at some point. And I just noticed that there was a little bit of red brick hiding back behind here. And I was gonna show you that wall continued. The carpet place owns another structure here. Continues back there. Of course, some guy pulled in there in a hurry. Maybe they got a camera somewhere, thought I was doing something weird, but I'm just looking at walls. And then we got some back here as well. Maybe I need to make a shirt that says, "May I please look at your walls, sir?" Really cool old little garage over here. But this wall is extremely interesting to me. Saw it on my last little outing, trying to make sense of it. try to keep my shadow out of the frame here. Now that I've had kind of a second look at this thing, what it looks to be is a bunch of pieces of concrete slab that have been broken up and then stacked. You can see the finished edge on a lot of these. First time I saw it, I was really I wasn't sure what I was looking at, because I kept seeing these little flat areas. You can see the finished edge on that one real good. But this is apparently just a janky wall that somebody put together here. But we're gonna move on. The wall that I actually believed to be ancient was continuing on and off behind these structures. Right in your fucking face, and nobody gives a shit. Just a couple little notable things on this shit Chipotle here. Another older structure that still remains over here. It is facaded as well. And then there used to be an old structure here that burnt down about, oh, I don't know, gee whiz, 15 years ago or so. So was this always the end of this retaining wall? Probably about 4 feet. And it continues down. By the way, and then the same goes to this side. Alright, I just wanted to show you the abundance of these things. They've got some marathon thing going on. So I'm not real sure. Another one there, one across the street. This one's missing. There's some stub sticking out of the ground here. But what are these for? Just decorating? And we took a little look at this turreted beauty here in a previous video also. Just want to show you guys a few different things other than walls to try to keep this a little bit interesting. But I guess the point of this video is walls are everywhere. What's the deal with the walls? And then you got just a random one in the middle of this, or not really the middle, but in the front yard of this home. You guys have seen this bridge and this wall before. But I showed you that, but I didn't really look at any of this stuff over here. Got a fountain over there, not sure what's going on with that. But we got a few of these little items here. Again, I'm never sure if any of this stuff's old or what, but look at this. I mean, what's going on here? Even if we put these things out here 50 years ago, they're looking like this already? What's with the holes? I don't know if you can see them, they're kind of in a shadow. And I'm not too sure about this thing, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. It does look old. I'm not real sure what this material on top is here. It's got kind of a sparkle to it. Doesn't really look like cast concrete. The aggregate is like sand-like. It's another cathedral we didn't spend any time on. It's been heavily modified. But I'm just now noticing this thing for the first time. I've seen something similar before, sitting on one of these round little bases. Sorry, I keep getting you zoomed in a little too much there. There's a shield on this side with a lion in it, looks like. I guess that's only on the back side of this. Those eyes look kind of funky to me, but and we're seeing a familiar pattern on these stones here. Wow, I just noticed this one just disintegrating. And across the street from what we were just looking at, there's this interesting little pillar here, or column. First time noticing this as well. Let me get this. It's like there's like a little sundial on top. A lot of bees in here. All right, Let all the NPCs pass here. Got another one of these interesting walls with some of this red granite in the mix. Of course, seeing the J.C. Nichols name once again. And we're kind of working our way to the east here. We're on Meyer Boulevard. Some interesting homes around here. Pretty big. Most of these have been divided into 2 different living spaces because they're so massive. I wanted to show you this one over here if I can real quick. All of these have a lot of interesting brick and stone. So this one has a castle turret. Very cool. There's a lot of this brick, stone, and stucco type stuff going on in a lot of these homes. I don't understand why you would build a chimney like that and not just use all brick, but here we are. I want to give you a little view of these. We've got a couple more of these little items. Good crack in this one. They've got the same thing going all the way around here. And once again, we're seeing the same strange markings we see on a lot of this stuff. And its twin is right here. This one looks a little more gray. I'm not sure why. Maybe just some weathering. And of course, sitting on these stone bases. All right, guys, I'm not gonna creep out people's private properties for very long, but I mean, what the hell is going on with this thing here? This is how we're building a home. Look, it looks like there's a partly melting brick in that big red quote-unquote stone there. And then the house next door is the same way. Look at this thing. Are we really building like this? Alright, I had to get this one as well. Hopefully nobody comes out with a baseball bat. But look at this thing, guys. Can somebody explain it to me? Is this creativity? Last little creep session here. Look at this wall. Squirrel. All right, guys, I got a cathedral here that I have not took a look at yet. So we're gonna have a little peek here. A little newer section here. Looks like we got a cornerstone. We'll get to that in a second. Wow, those are really cool. I have not seen that before. Very unique. Wow, this thing's huge. 1944, guys. Here we are. Super giant doorway here. Take a little peek inside here. We can get an idea of how big these stones are. Just gonna kind of work my way around this thing. Got an interesting little tower up here on the side. Not sure how well that's gonna come through for you. Got the sun about to pop up over here. I should really stop, you know. I get a little upset when the sun's affecting what I'm trying to do, but I'm happy to see the sun because they don't allow us the sun very much here anymore. This actually looks like a turret. It's got the little slit windows that have been filled in. I'm sure there's a spiral staircase or something on the inside of there. As there usually is. And then check out this beautiful stone house right here. Also, I'm not sure if this is a private residence. It seems to be attached to the church here. Or not attached, but in association. Looking to be the same construction. So we've got the same little slit window here on top of this. Take a little walk down here. Another one of these benches that we see everywhere. Another giant door. Check out this old slate roof here. Beautiful work on these bushes, or shrubs, whatever they are. And what do we got here? Is this what I think it is? Seems to be a common theme. See if we can upside down here. Oh, sorry, get you backed out. Trying to look at the screen and the subject at the same time. I mean, it looks like a bell to me, guys. I mean, what are we talking about? Why are the bells never in the towers? Yeah, what do we got going on down there? A little banana in the tailpipe. So there's a little parking lot here next to what I thought was a home, which it is technically, but associated with this cathedral here. Got a couple more interesting windows on the back side of this. It's going to be hard to see because of the shadow. Really intricate design in there. A little better view with the sunlight on a little bit of tech up there on the top of that turret. This has a really cool old downspout. Square bolts. Something missing right there. Just want to give you another quick, or a quick view of the east side of this, and then I'm going to move on. Also, there's a little front area I want to get as well. Looks like a water trap right here, making 0 sense. If I can keep you in the shadow. Looking at that, and this one's sitting right next door, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at it as well. What happened to the front door of this? And this one says 1930. wow, look at the brickwork up there. I didn't even notice that because it was in the shadow. And the stonework on this one looks pretty symmetrical, so I'm not thinking it's been refaced. More than likely all brick at one point in its life. A little better view of the brickwork up top there under the gutter. This thing's got all the colors in it. Over here off of Troost. And I knew it wouldn't be long before I ran into another wall. Kind of just winging it today, guys. This one has an interesting slope to it. See if I can get it on video here. You know, usually they're leaning the other way. I think this is intentional. Probably 10 feet high right there. guys, I was in the area and I had to relieve myself. I didn't bring a lock with me to lock up the bike, so this is the best place that I could figure to come to. So I crawl around in here just a little. Had the dog with me last time, so didn't really want to bother with leaving her in the truck for very long. So I figured I'd give you another view of this. Try to get you some views here. Look at the arch up here above the arch. It's under some sort of rendering. And here's a very interesting spot up here. Looks like some bricks sitting on top of what looks like limestone. Hopefully the brick doesn't fall on my head while I'm in here. You can see the roof is falling in. All right, I pulled the bike up in here so it doesn't disappear. Climb my way back in here, see what else is going on. Wow, look at this. The only remaining one, number 76. Is there a body in there, guys? Type of ventilation shaft. Oh, we've got a few more up here. There. One laying on the floor. I'm not sure if you can see it. Maybe right here. There's a little gap between the exterior wall and these little tombs here. This is interesting on this rendering. There's actually some faux joints, or what look like faux joints. Oh, I was wrong again. There's a 78 right here. Oh, wow, look at this. What's going on with this brick and this piece of tree right here? It's got those little circles in it. And it is in there. It's interesting. Not a single stamp in here that I can see. Look how massive this cap is. It's more of that funky dimple pattern. Sheen stone. And I was trying to get a look in here. You can see the bottom of this rounded one is perfectly flat. But I can't see how thick they are. I'm assuming it's a facade over brick, which is usually the case, and we can kind of see what's going on just from the interior view. Check this out, guys. I was gonna wait, and I'll probably come back when more of the leaves fall. But they've done a little bit of cleaning here, so we can get a little bit of a better view of what in the hell is going on here. Look at the destruction. And what I'm standing on here, you can see it, this little piece of wall, and it looks like at one point, if I can get you in there, there's another piece over there as well, and obviously been destroyed. Looked like it kind of curved around here. I mean, look at this massive stone right here. Oh, cool. So you can see right there as well whatever remains of that wall was curved around also. which is interesting. And I'm seeing some more of these cast blocks. I might try to jump down in here, see what's going on. All right, let's see if we can get down in here. Not sure what's gonna hold me or not here on the destruction. Oh. All right. We are in. What is going on here? Wow. You see under there? Look how thick this is. It's incredible. Wow. Trying to keep an eye on the bike. Hopefully there's no snakes in here. What's going on with these? It's like plastic in here. Oops, sorry. Got you zoomed in still. It's plastic. Not sure. That one has it too. Just destruction. There's a piece of spaghetti rebar. Oh wow, check this out. This tree's growing through this. So it's been here for a little while. And those are just all in here. All buried. bricks. These things weigh a ton, by the way. Just looking for goodies. Is this mud here? China. What do we got here under all this shit? Some asphalt. Some of this could have been dumped in here. Not real sure. If these blocks didn't have plastic in them, I'd consider them questionable. Not to say that the old world didn't have plastics, but I've never really seen anything like these before, so I have nothing to compare them to. I mean, look at this. Here's the other side of that wall. Get you backed out. And that's where I was standing. I want to go over here, but I don't want to leave the bike sitting up there. I don't want to have, I don't want to have to plug somebody in the face today. There's a very smooth piece here. Oh, check it out. Some kind of marker. And we got some more massive blocks. Freaking mosquito nest right there. All right. Oh, hold on. Trying to work my way around here. Let's get another view of this janky arch. Not sure I looked at the other side. I mean, look at the crack in this. This was all one piece here. Massive. How thick this is. Looks like we've got some of the original rendering here still surviving. There would be no reason to just coat over that one piece of this thing. I mean, look at it. Very interesting. Thinking this was all solid under here, like this side, up to a certain point over here. I mean, this thing goes so deep underground, I can't even get the camera back in there. Just gonna have to take my word for it. An incredible feat of engineering here in complete and utter ruins. Check this out, guys. So I just barely noticed this old pipe here because it blends in with everything else. You can see the iron down there. Looks like a bit of melt ran through it and then dried, or cooled rather, and then there's the top of it. Oh geez. Oh shit, there's some more spaghetti rebar. Slipping and tripping. Oh, look at this. What is going on here? That is some beautiful tile. I think that's coming with me. Not sure if it's old or what. Oh, check this out. In case you were wondering, you know, if this was just a rock. There's the top side of that pipe. These blocks are all just buried under the ground. I think I'm gonna try to climb up right here since I'm on this little hill. And it looks like, you know, somebody's been pulling up to this and just dumping concrete. I'm gonna try to get the bike back in view and poke around this other side for a minute. Then we're gonna wrap this exploration up. All right. Who put this stone in here like this? You're fired. Well, let me see if I can get down in here. I don't know. Not sure I'm wanting to deal with it. I'll use the trees as my friends. And here we are. If you fall on this, you're in some trouble. What do we got going on here? Just a piece of brick, which reminds me I forgot to grab my tile over there. Seeing some bits of concrete slab buried in here, along with this aggregate and more of these blocks that are buried. And just a massive piece of granite. What's going on? Look at the steel in this thing, or iron. What else? Well, oh look, there's some more of that tile. Just saw something else that was interesting. Other than this massive granite. Now, what could be a tombstone. I mean, I can't even lift that thing. Lots of pieces of terracotta or clay pipe. What we got here? Guess they never returned. Oh, here it is. And what's next to this? A piece of pottery. I don't know what this is. I don't think I can get to it. It's a really pretty color. Oh. Something that's been painted. I had to come back for that. I don't know if these are old or what, but they're beautiful. And so, as we usually see or have seen in the past in cemeteries, this little canal here snakes all the way through, and then we end up here and it goes underground from here. I can hear water running in there. And just more proof that at one point in time, this was completely built out. You can see the beautiful curve of this wall. I'm gonna try to get you closer in there. Like I said before, I think I'm gonna come back here during the winter, do a little more poking around. Another massive block right there. Where does it go? bit of a view from the other side here. And then there's a newer style bridge over there I didn't bother with, but apparently it had to be redone at some point. What's going on with the inside of these stones? People are constantly wrecking into walls. This one stone here has some interesting stuff going on. Looking very unnatural. Not sure what to make of that. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this exploration. This beautiful changing tree here. I'm going to try to get a few bike rides in with all of the pretty leaves at some point. But I will see you guys on the next one. Alright guys, I got a little bonus for you here. This old firehouse. It's one of the very few structures over here on Troost that still has brick. Most of them, other than the face, have been redone with cinder block. Oh, check it out. We've got another one of these downspouts that we saw earlier in this video. Check out the brickwork. I always just love the tops of these. Little tower back here. Hi. Slate roof. Like we got a little asphalt pour up here next to the foundation. All right, I thought I was done, but I've got some weird looking walls over here. Or, you know, the walls that we see everywhere. I'm gonna take you on the move with me on this street. Look at this, man. Actually, I might get off the bike. Give me just a second. This one still has a brick cap. And what do we got hiding up here? The same thing we always see everywhere. Right under that tire. There's the firehouse that we just looked at on Troost. Wanted to give you a little peek. Some of these houses on this street have the same terracotta tile that we see on buildings. A lot of these have these round turrets, which is interesting. I've driven down this street before. Thought it was odd how it's kind of split down the middle here with a median. Try to get you guys some views. I don't want to creep out people's homes too much as usual, but they're just so interesting. Let me get you zoomed in. You got to see if I can do it without wrecking. The little columns on this thing, along with the tile. Got more walls. Another little turret. I think it's about ready to rain. And this one too, as well, having the same style tiles. Those funky stone walls with brick caps. Ooh, that was a bit of a hill.